Okay, awesome. Um, I've been using the Blue Lotus,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been helping me once I start using it to kind of unwind and let go uh,
Okay.
at bedtime. Um, Sort of struggling with like the section before that of like just winding down and getting myself to stop doing tasks earlier. Um,
Okay.
but
So
once
it's just like once you start doing it, it kind of is helping, but getting to the point where you're going to sit down and inhale it is a little bit of a thing.
exactly.
Yeah, you and I might be related. I we might be related, like a distant cousin or something. Sounds like we have a very similar genetics.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Okay. Let me think this out for a sec. Um, let's maybe have you use like when the time comes, granted, like you're having a hard time like sitting down to unwind to do this, so we can keep this into account. So you can start by like maybe taking a drop or two of like something like aloe C and rub it on your Ming Men. And then even if you're standing up doing something, go, okay, I'm gonna take a few long, slow, deep breaths, and you inhale on your Ming Men a couple of times. And then if you're able to stand there a little bit longer, after 3 or 4 breaths, you go, okay, my Ming Men, but maybe I'll do my back part and then the crown and keep moving the energy up. And that should help you like unwind.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that the Blue Lotus, I think we're on the right track now. Like it's been a little bit of a tough one, but I think if we can engage the Blue Lotus, there's still going to be other things that we do to augment these things, but I think just the circadian rhythm's rough. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, looking back, it makes sense. In the moment, I was, ooh, boy, I don't know. But, when you start treating it and you start to have even a little bit of like, it usually means something was up, because if you think about it, like the pineal gland is also associated with like melatonin and like all kinds of things that are sleep related, sleep cycles. And so the more that you kind of tackle this, and we'll have to keep augmenting a little bit, but I think you're on the right track.
Okay. Um, thank
Thank
you
you.
for that. I have a small bottle of aloes from one of the classes I'll use to do
Yeah,
that.
and it could be aloe C, it could be white oud, it could be um, in any of those, in any of
Okay.
the oud type substances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do. The other thing is I think I'm grinding my teeth, and I'm noticing like a feeling of like stagnation, sort of like a just dull pain, and it feels like the lymph in my like uh left jaw. I have a lot of sensation like in the left side of my head, left jaw, left ear, the nodes in the throat under the jaw.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I'm just getting like a lot of kind of sensation from grinding at night, and then that's gradually building up into an issue or what. But I was
I, I
wondering if
would
you could look.
really, I would really work the lymph nodes in your armpits. Like
Okay.
I think things just aren't able to drain, and then it starts causing like spasms and fascial restrictions and tension and trigger points, and it just when I look at you, your armpits look really impacted.
Okay.
Probably, I mean, it could be a little bit from work, but it's probably could also be like from doing a lot of healings or there's all kinds of reasons it could be, the kind of work you're doing, maybe stress, but the arms are close, close in. It could just be a lymphatic issue, but the lymph nodes in the armpits are very, very blocked up.
Okay. So what do you recommend? Is like a
Like
kitchen bath?
you could use like bay laurel, you could use what were you using the other day when that did for you? Remember when we did one armpit and then the other?
Yes, I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Solomon's hyssop, was it? It was something more limpy.
I thought it was more lymphy, but it might have been just hyssop.
I think it might have been.
Yeah, like so you could use like bay laurel, you could use like lymphatic blend, but you remember like a week or two ago we did a thing where we did left armpit, right armpit, both armpits, and then we did like throat and throat minor. I think it might have even been last week.
That was last Wednesdays with the hyssop.
Yeah. So do that with just even hyssop. If you have hyssop, just use hyssop. Let's see if that works. And we posted that yet? The Wednesday night thing?
I was going to tomorrow.
Yeah. So she's gonna post it tomorrow, but basically just inhale for like 50 inhalations on one armpit. Like don't even do both at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I did the recording. Yeah, from last week.
Right.
Yeah, the recording from last week's up. I'll get it.
Okay, so she's going to send you a link for it. So like a bunch of inhalations on one armpit, then do the other armpit, then do them both together. Like even just doing them both at the same time sometimes isn't deep enough. So you just really go deep on one. And then if you're having problems on one side, just spend extra time on just that one armpit.
Okay.
Like when you really work it, you'll feel it up in your neck, up into your jaw, up into your head, like up to about like right here. You'll just feel it kind of go all up in that area, and it starts to even open up the chest a little bit.
Okay, great. I'll
And
get
then
those-
still do throat and throat minor, especially throat minor.
Okay. Yeah, I notice throat minor a lot, like
Yeah.
kind of all the time.
Yeah. That's a good one to work all the time.
Okay.
Because
All right.
it does a thing for the neck, it does a thing for the chest, it does a thing for the bronchioles and the lungs. It's a little quiet. It can be a little bit, I don't want to say it's like when it's blocked, it could be a little mischievous thing. It's like you make the bed and you leave one corner undone. That's the throat minor chakra. Like it still needs to be mopped up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.